seen, basically concurrent with the rise of the cases has been a decline in the median age of the people who are testing positive. So you look at a place like Broward, the median age is 32, meaning half of the identified cases were 31 and under.
Well, that's Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, of course, on the emerging demographic shift in the coronavirus pandemic. The cases, as he said, are getting younger. This as the country continues its phased reopenings. Now people in their 20s and 30s are accounting for a larger share of the new infections. Why? And what can we do about it? Dr. Sudip Bose joins us, emergency physician and medical director at the Odessa, Texas Fire Rescue. He's also an Iraq War veteran, chief medical officer with liveclinic.com. Doctor, first, thank you for your service and for what you do. We just saw the governor of Florida. Happy Father's Day, of course. This is really concerning. I mean, when Ron DeSantis is saying the numbers are getting younger, I mean, what, you combine the beach and the bar, and that's how you get more cases with younger people?
That's part of it. I think what I'm seeing here in the emergency room is that as societies are opening up, one person may test positive, and then all 60 people or hundreds of people from the company come to be tested, and of them, a few of them test positive. And some of them may have a scratchy throat or not feel that well. Some of them are just shocked. They're like, I tested positive, I can't believe it. So yes, the numbers are increasing, but we have to look at the whole picture. How sick are they and what else is going on? I mean, also in the emergency room, I'm seeing, as the prior guest mentioned, I'm seeing increased mental toil of suicidal, homicidal ideation. I'm seeing chronic diseases, people who are having heart attacks, staying at home, not coming in, afraid of coming into the ER. Again, the ER is open for anyone, anywhere, anytime. We have separate sections to separate you, from the COVID patients. And we're seeing a lot of abuse, unfortunately, and violence, a lot of pent-up violence in our nation. So we don't want the cure to be worse than the disease. So we have to make a decision together as a society how to do this.
Do you think because there are so many warnings, especially for the people over 65 with pre-existing conditions, now that companies and businesses and shops and stores are reopening, that you're going to get this younger skew, that people may think, well, either I'm invincible or now the coronavirus is over when it's not, and people could be misguided?
That may be. I think as we open up, the younger people are the ones who will go out. The older people hopefully are taking more precautions, and we are seeing the highest mortality in the nursing homes and people with comorbid conditions there. So I think we can have the best of both worlds if we protect the people who are the most vulnerable, and then as the younger people get more infected, which we are seeing, we keep a very close eye, a vigilant watch, and our ER doors are ready for them if they do need oxygen or a ventilator. But I'm hoping most of these people just kind of feel lousy for a few days and they get better. But remember, the responsibility.
I know you hope that's the case. That when you're younger, I mean, you can deal with it better, but some people can't. Let's take a look at some of the statistics that we have down in Florida. Sure. I mean, in Broward, the median age in Broward is 32 years old, and it keeps on going down. Hillsborough is 30, Duval, Orange, Pinellas, 29, Seminole is 27. And look what happened over in Mississippi. 162 Ole Miss students came down with coronavirus because of frat parties and rush. The Oxford Eagle says a large portion of those cases have been traced back to rush parties. If any more Greek life recruitment-related parties are held in Lafayette County, the offending organizations will be placed on social probation. And in your state, in Texas, down in San Antone, quote, more young people are testing positive. A 27-year-old bouncer from the Grasshopper Club on the West Side is on a ventilator. The bar's owner, Roy Medina, said the virus is spreading like wildfire. So what is your advice to those young people or younger people, and this is 49 and under, when it comes to the coronavirus, especially if you're going back to work?
Well, let's look at history. I mean, if you look at prior pandemics from the plague, how that went away was different than smallpox, where there was a vaccine, which was different than the 1918 flu, where we still have the flu today, and people were like, we have to go on with our lives. So I think what we need to do today is just weigh our risks and benefits and think of it more than we normally would. Everything we do is a risk, whether we drive to work because we could get in an accident, or we choose not to get the flu vaccine because you put yourself and others at risk. So if you choose to go do something, weigh the benefits. Is it a frat party? Is it beach? Or is it something crucial to put food on the table for your family? Is it alleviating your mental health? And then weigh the risks. And then we have to make a calculated decision and also realize it's not just our personal decision. Our others depend on it, especially the elders and the more vulnerable. So we need to look out for each other right now.
That is definitely washing hands, wearing the mask, social distancing, and if there's a party that you don't have to go. Honestly, I mean seriously, you're protecting yourself and everyone else. So Dr. Sudip Bose from Odessa, Texas. Thank you.